guys, it's Grace with Grace Gets Gastric, and I am here today for my June 2019 favorites video. As always, I'm going to do 5 sort of food related items, 5 non-food related items, so without further ado, ow that hurt, let's get started. The first item is sort of a drink beverage item, and that is these Starbucks vanilla flavored K-Cups. So I have been enjoying these at work. We have a Keurig machine, and actually we just got one at home as well. And I have been really enjoying that on days when I'm doing like heavy whipping cream and some sugar-free syrup for my breakfast. As you may know, I mostly just do some form of liquid breakfast, either with a protein shake or with heavy cream. So on days when I'm not doing a protein shake, I've been really enjoying those K-Cups with some heavy cream. They're not too overpowering, and like the vanilla, they don't have any calories, so the vanilla isn't like sweet, but it does add like a little bit of extra flavor, which I like. The next item are these Green Giant Veggie Tots. So these are the cauliflower veggie tots. And for 6 pieces or 85 grams, it is 110 calories, 4.5 fat, 15 total carbs, 5 fiber, 2 sugar, so 10 net carbs, and 2 protein. I usually have about half of that per serving because I'm usually eating them with some other form of food, some protein. I really like those with like a bunless burger, so you get kind of the burger and tots vibe. But honestly, eating them with any meat is really good. So I like those as a very quick, easy side. I have a toaster oven, so it's easy for me to just heat up a couple of them very quickly. I don't have to preheat a whole oven. I like tater tots just fine, but I'm not like a huge tot fan, or like, I wouldn't say I'm not a fan, I've just never been like obsessed with them. So if you are like obsessed with tater tots, these might not satisfy. They satisfied me. The texture is definitely much mushier and softer. So if you're a big texture person, they might not work for you, but I would definitely recommend giving them a try. I like them. Next up, we have these Halo Top Pops. So this is the strawberry cheesecake flavor. I got these at Target. And for 3 of these bars, so they're mini bars, so you can kind of see they're like the size of my palm. So a serving size is 3 bars, but for 1 of these bars, it is 60 calories, 2.5 fat, 9 total carb, 2 fiber, 5 sugar, 1 sugar alcohol, so that's 6 net carbs, and 2 protein. So I really like these because, I mean, if you like Halo Top, they taste very similar to Halo Top, which I do. And I like them because they are a little bit smaller, and it's only 60 calories for 1. So it's really nice when you're maybe at the end of the day and you want something sweet, but maybe you don't have a ton of calories left to spend. 60 calories is pretty reasonable, and it gives you kind of that sweet fix. And pre-portioned stuff is always very nice and convenient, particularly with ice cream related stuff, because it's just so easy to over-portion that. So I like that they're pre-portioned. And they're tasty. Also, kind of a sweet thing are these Stoka bars. This is the Stoka bars in vanilla almond. This is my favorite of the 2 flavors I've tried. The other one, it's the cocoa flavored. It just tastes exactly like this. There's nothing chocolatey about it, so it's disappointing in that respect, but it's still good. Just tastes kind of like this. But for 1 of these bars, it is 250 calories, 22 fat, 17 total carbs, 6 fiber, 7 sugar alcohols, so that is 4 net carbs, and 9 protein. So these are really tasty. They're a little bit higher calorie and lower protein than I ideally like, but they're very unique texture. They are very hard and crunchy, like you could hear that snap. People compare them frequently to the Nature Valley bars. I would say that's probably the closest thing out there to these, but in terms of taste and texture, they're really not that similar, other than they are both kind of crunchy bars. These are basically like hardened almonds, so it's very strong almond flavor, That's why they're so high calorie. I like almonds. If you do not like almonds, you will not like those. But they're very much, they're a good keto option, particularly. Not necessarily something I would have every day because of the stats, but they are nice when you want something a little bit different, and they're good if you want some kind of granola, like just taking a quarter or a half of one and crumbling it into yogurt, for example. That's like a good option. And then finally, I can't believe I've never talked about these before. These are the sugar-free Lifesavers in mints in the Winto Green flavor. Now, these are one of my favorite things to consume when I've got when I want something sweet. So for 4 of these mints, it's 40 calories, 0 fat, 15 total carbs, 15 sugar alcohols, so 0 net carbs, 0 protein. I usually just have like 1 or 2 at a time, and it's really good when, especially either mostly when I'm trying to hold myself over until my next meal and I mentally want to eat, but I know I'm not physically hungry. These are really great for me at night when I am lying in bed and I just keep thinking, like, you could just go up in the kitchen and eat if you wanted. And I do want, but I don't need it. So I usually keep a couple of these by my bedside, and I'm like, have a mint, see if you are really still hungry. And I'm usually not. I also eat them sometimes throughout the day at work, from between like lunch and my snack. When I want to eat my snack earlier than I really need to, I'll have some of those mints to tide me over. So I really like those. It's kind of a good alternative to gum if you're not a big gum chewer. And some people say that gum promotes hunger by the chewing motions. I don't know if I believe that, but there you go. All right, so non-food items. The first thing I have is not pictured, so I'll put it here, and it is my Litt pre-workout, and I tore the label straight off of it, so it would just be a jar to show you, so I'll go ahead and show a picture of it. But I have the pineapple upside down cake flavor, and I've been really enjoying it. I use pre-workout generally about twice a week, usually for my Tuesday and Thursday morning workouts. I do a scoop of it with some water. I really like it. It gives you those tinglies. Not everyone likes those, but I don't mind them. And the pineapple upside down cake flavor is really good. They're really good, I've noticed, at not only their primary flavorings, Litt, Beyond Raw, but also the secondary flavorings. So, I mean, obviously the pineapple's there, but there is something a little extra, maybe something kind of vanilla-y, that gives you a cakey flavor. So it's really good. They have a ton of flavors, so there's kind of something for everyone if you're into it. And I do feel like it kind of gives me a nice little boost, particularly those Tuesday, Thursday workouts. I'm at a point where they're pretty routine for me, but it can often be hard for me to kind of get up and get going. So I do find that little extra boost helps me on my way to the gym, and usually those are my days where I lift, so it's nice to have that extra boost then as well. Sorry, I gotta get my water in. The next item is also workout related, and it is my new shoes. So these are the New Balance, I don't know what they're called, New Balance Fuel Core Energize. I'll link them below. I got them in gray. I really like them a lot, actually. They're very comfortable. They're good. They're good for cross training, which is why I got them, because good for movement, for weights, and then also for running and for all the walking I've been doing. So these have been great, particularly with the 75 hard. I've been walking a lot, so it's nice to have those. They've been doing well in the gym. They're very comfortable. They fit well on my feet, so I'm liking them. Next is a pair of sunglasses I got. So these are some Coach sunglasses I got at the outlet, and I am obsessed with them, so I'll try them on for you guys now. Pretty cute, right? I think they are nice and flattering on my face. And these are kind of like the nicest pair of sunglasses I own. I put off buying expensive sunglasses for a long time because I wasn't treating them well and I didn't want to spend money. And also just with my face shape being that it was kind of a perfect circle, I felt like it was hard to find sunglasses that I really liked on my face. Now I find a lot more options. So I really like these. If you don't, I don't care. I like them. And they were at the outlet, so they were definitely much cheaper than if I got them full price, but they are definitely still a little bit pricier, so I plan on caring for these well. Speaking of pricey things, this next item, Jo Malone. So Jo Malone is known, I know them really, for their perfumes, and they have just some beautiful, gorgeous scents. They're one of those lines where just so many of their scents appeal to me, which is unusual for perfumes. You know, usually I find a scent or two in a brand that I gravitate towards, but with Jo Malone, it's so hard to choose. And so I actually don't own any Jo Malone perfumes. I've been wanting to purchase one for a while and decided that this year was going to be the year. And so I went and I smelled a bunch of them and they all smelled so good and I couldn't decide. And the lady was like, well, we have this little sampler if you want to try some. And so it came with 5, and I really like 4 of the scents, and I don't like the 5th, but she was like, it's a good deal if you like at least 4 of the scents, and they're really good at layering. That's one of the things that's really cool, is that they layer so beautifully. So this one comes with the lime, basil, and mandarin, which is the scent I'm not crazy about, and then English pear and freesia, wild bluebell, peony and blush suede, and then wood sage and sea salt. Those last two, the wood sage and the peony, those were 2 that I was really debating between. I also got a sample, I don't know where it is, of the basil and neroli, which smelled beautiful and layered so nicely with the peony and blush suede. So I got this. I'm really excited. They smell beautiful. I am really looking forward to trying them out. I'll probably get a bigger size. They have kind of a half size and a full size as well. So I plan on trying these out for a while and seeing which ones really work the best with my body chemistry, but I'm really excited about them. I've been wanting a Jo Malone perfume for a long time, and they just really, truly are beautiful. And then the last item is not a physical item, it is an app, so I'll go ahead and put it up here, but it is called AnyDo, and I've talked about it on a previous 75 Hard vlog, so you might have heard me discuss it before, but basically it is a to-do app, and I have been loving it. I used it previously. I got really into it actually during my pre-op phase in 2017. I used it to kind of organize a lot of pre-op tasks and then the rest of my life as well. And then for some reason I got out of the habit after surgery, and I sort of rediscovered it in the past month or two, and it is just changing my life. Your girl loves to-do lists. I actually make daily to-do lists in a planner, but I love this AnyDo thing because I always have my phone on me, and it is so great for putting in those reminders that come to you and then you forget them. You know, like I'll be out walking during my 75 Hard walk and I'm thinking that whole time, and I'll come up with things like, oh, when I get back to the office, I need to remember to look into renewing my passport, which I have to do. And then I'll forget about that unless I write it down in my phone. And so it's nice because it's revolutionizing those little like one-off thoughts, because I get those all the time and then I forget to follow up. I'm so much more productive because I have like a record of things I need to do. And you can create like recurring events. So for example, I try to do a mud mask, a clay mask on my T-zone once a week. And that's something that I probably forget unless, but I don't, because I have it on my to-do. So every Wednesday it sends me like, it gives me a little message at 7 p.m. and is like, don't forget to do your clay mask. And then I'm like, yes. Or I'm like, shoot, no, I'm about to leave. I don't have time. I'll do it tomorrow. And then I can tell it to remind me tomorrow. So it's just really helpful. I really like it a lot. I've been using it particularly for my 75 Hard tasks to ensure that I do them every single day. But I really can't rave about it enough. I find it very helpful. Anyway, those are just some of my favorites for the month of June. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do tell me your guys' current favorites in the comment section down below. And I hope that your June was amazing, and I hope that July is just as great. I will see you next month with my July favorites.